Okay, real talk. How many tabs do you have open right now? No judgment. I had 47 yesterday. 47! One of them was a Wikipedia article about the mating habits of the Patagonian mara that I opened at 2 a.m. and have absolutely no memory of clicking. We are living in a golden age of technology and a golden age of complete brain rot. This little rectangle of dopamine chaos has officially rewired our attention spans to be shorter than a goldfish's, which by the way is a myth, but it felt poetic, so we're keeping it. Today we're talking about the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, and specifically why this unassuming little device might be the single best thing you can do for your sleep, your focus, your sanity, and honestly, your entire personality. I'm Ethan, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel where we review tech that actually solves problems, not just tech that looks good in an unboxing video. Stick around because this one is going to change how you think about screens forever. Let's get into it. All right, let's start with the thing that makes the Kindle Paperwhite genuinely different from every other device you own, the screen. See this? I'm outside right now, direct sunlight, no squinting, no tilting at a weird angle, no turning my back to the sun like I'm conducting some kind of vampire ritual. I can just read like a human person. Now watch this. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call paying $1,000 for a mirror. Spectacular. Here's the science, because yes, we do science on this channel. The Kindle Paperwhite uses e-ink technology, which stands for electronic ink. Unlike your phone or tablet, which blasts your eyeballs with backlit LCD or OLED pixels, e-ink works by physically rearranging microscopic charged particles on the display. It's the same principle as actual ink on actual paper. The result? 300 pixels per inch of gorgeously crisp, matte text that looks like it was printed on a page, not projected at your face by a tiny flashlight. And then there's bedtime. Oh, bedtime. The Paperwhite has a fully adjustable warm light that shifts away from blue spectrum light in the evening. Why does that matter? Because blue light is basically your brain's alarm clock. When your phone screen blasts blue light at 11 p.m., your brain genuinely thinks the sun is rising and screams, "Wake up, bestie, it's daytime!" And then you wonder why you can't sleep. The Kindle's warm amber light tells your brain, "Hey, we're winding down, it's cozy, it's safe, you can close your eyes." No more lying in bed staring at the ceiling replaying every awkward thing you said in 2014. You're reading, you're sleeping. It's revolutionary. Revolutionary. The glare-free display is also a full-time game changer. Whether you're on a plane, at the beach, or sitting by a window, there's no glare, no reflection, no fighting with the light. It genuinely just works, like technology is supposed to. Okay, I need you to sit with this for a second. You pick up your phone to read a book. You open the reading app. You get a notification. It's Instagram. You check it. Someone from high school got a boat. You spiral. You close Instagram. You open the book. Your email pings. It's a newsletter you don't remember subscribing to. You close that. You open the book again. TikTok sends you a come back notification. You don't even open TikTok anymore and it's still haunting you. 45 minutes later, you have read, and I counted, 1 paragraph. This is not a personal failing. This is engineering. Your phone is literally designed by teams of PhD-level behaviorists to keep you on it as long as possible. You are not weak. You are fighting a billion-dollar machine with your bare hands. Enter the Kindle Paperwhite. This device, bless its beautiful, boring, life-changing soul, has no Instagram, no TikTok, no email, no web browser you can actually use to do anything fun. There are no notifications. There are no people you might know. There is no algorithm that knows you cried last Tuesday and is now serving you targeted ads for weighted blankets. There is just your book. The Kindle Paperwhite is essentially a very fancy book that holds thousands of other books. That's it. That's the whole thing. And in 2026, that counts as radical minimalism. I've been using mine for 3 months and I finished 11 books. 11. Before the Kindle, I was finishing maybe 2 a year. And one of those was an audiobook I had on during a 4-hour drive. So was it really reading? Debatable. The research is pretty clear on this. Task switching costs you up to 40% of your productive time. Every time your brain switches from reading to checking a notification and back, it has to reload its entire context. It's like closing an app and reopening it. There's always a loading screen. The Kindle eliminates the loading screens. When you read without interruption, you enter what psychologists call a flow state, where time disappears, comprehension skyrockets, and you actually absorb and retain what you're reading. This is the state that phones actively prevent you from reaching. The Kindle actively supports it. Also, and I love this, if you highlight a passage or look up a word, it stays inside the reading experience. Dictionary, Wikipedia lookup, X-ray character info, all integrated. No browser rabbit holes. No, how did I end up reading about the mating habits of the Patagonian mara again? That's for me. That's definitely for me. Let me paint you a picture. You're at the airport. You have 40 minutes before boarding. Your phone is at 8%. You're sprinting past gate B7 looking for an outlet like a medieval peasant searching for water. You find one. There's already 4 people plugged in. You calculate the minimum viable charge. You do the math. You decide 8 minutes of charging will have to be enough. You sit on the floor next to a stranger eating a Cinnabon. This is modern life. I charged this once, 6 weeks ago. It's at 73%. The Amazon Kindle Paperwhite has a battery life of up to 12 weeks, and that's with 30 minutes of reading per day with the light on. If you're a heavier reader, you'll still easily get 4 to 6 weeks of real-world use before you ever think about plugging it in. To put this in perspective, I went on a 2-week trip to Portugal, packed my Kindle, did not pack the charger. Not because I forgot it, because I chose not to bring it. I read on the plane, at the cafe, on the beach, in the hotel at night. I came home with 51% battery remaining. My mind, gone. Compare that to the iPad or tablet experience, where you're getting 6 to 10 hours of screen on time, charging every night, carrying a USB-C brick everywhere, and living in low-key anxiety about that little battery icon 24/7. There's actually a name for this: battery anxiety, or more formally, low battery anxiety disorder. And yes, it's a real psychological phenomenon that researchers have studied. Constant charging cycles, the compulsion to check battery levels, the stress of the 20% notification, it contributes to background stress that most of us have just normalized as part of having a phone. The Kindle Paperwhite, with its e-ink display, uses almost zero power when displaying a static page. It only consumes battery when you turn the page. So while you're deeply absorbed in chapter 14 of your thriller, your Kindle is essentially in a light nap, just chilling, being a delight. I used to travel with this. A power brick, 3 cables, a wall adapter, the Apple Watch charger, the laptop charger, the Bluetooth headphone case charger. I was a walking Best Buy. Now, Kindle goes in the bag. That's it. That's the whole category of reading device charging infrastructure. Okay, real quick, because I know you're here for the full picture. A few bonus things that make the Paperwhite genuinely excellent. It's waterproof, IPX8 rated, meaning you can submerge it in up to 2 meters of fresh water for 60 minutes. I read mine in the bath, I read mine in the pool. I'm not a reckless person, I'm an innovator. Adjustable font sizes and typefaces. If you've ever struggled with small print in paperbacks, this is your people. Bump the font up, switch to a dyslexia-friendly typeface, adjust the line spacing. It customizes to you, not the other way around. Adjustable warm light schedule. You can set it to automatically shift to warm amber at sunset. You don't have to remember to turn it on, it just knows. It's smarter than me, honestly. Audible integration. If your eyes are tired or you're commuting, you can switch to audiobook mode with your Bluetooth headphones. Same book, different format. Zero excuses for not finishing it. 32 gigabytes of storage means you can carry thousands of books. Your personal library, everywhere, for the price of a decent dinner out. Look, the Kindle Paperwhite isn't for everyone. If you need a device that does everything, this isn't it. It does one thing, and it does it better than anything else on the market. But if you are someone who wants to read more but keeps getting derailed by phone distractions, someone who struggles to fall asleep because you're on screens too late, someone who travels and is exhausted by the charging logistics of modern life, someone whose eyes are genuinely tired by 9 p.m. from screen exposure, then the Kindle Paperwhite is not just a gadget. It's a lifestyle recalibration in a $140 device. I've recommended this to my mom, my best friend, my coworker who keeps saying she wants to read more but doesn't have time, and honestly, myself at every prior point in my life when I thought I just wasn't a reader. Turns out I was a reader. I was just being actively prevented from reading. The link is in the description. It's an affiliate link, so if you buy through it, you support the channel at zero extra cost to you, which I appreciate more than I can express without getting emotional on camera. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button. The algorithm responds to it, and so does my soul. Subscribe if you want more tech that actually improves your life and not just your aesthetic. Comment below, what's the last book you actually finished? I'm genuinely curious, and honestly, this comment section is going to be either the most inspiring or most humbling thing I've read all week. I'm Glay. Go read a book. Put the phone down. After you subscribe, obviously. We're not monsters. See you in the next one.